Hey guys, what's up? This is Mike01 here, back with another video. And I don't know if I've ever made an announcement about this, but my mic broke, but now I'm using somebody else's, which is my sister's, and this is just a little, one of those desk mics, not a headset. But today I'm going to read, I'm going to start reading My Little Pony stories, and the first one I'm going to read is just a small one. The only main character, one of the main 6 that's in here is Fluttershy, and it has to do with an original character, Fluttershy, and apparently other. So, and this is a tragedy and a sad story. It's called Broken Soul by Flippy and Discord, and I've not seen any videos reading this, and I've read this once, and I was kind of horrified what happened. I was like, holy damn, bro. I was not expecting it. And the least I'll do is put a picture of the picture of basically the story picture. I don't know, whatever you want to say. Basically, it would be the book cover. So let's get started on reading. Starts with apparently Fluttershy talking. And yeah, this might not make sense in the beginning, so I'm not gonna start just going into reading the story. I guess I'll read the 1 second, if I can even get to the spot. Okay. Fluttershy was always an outspoken filly, the youngest of 4 brothers. The only thing she was ever afraid of was her abusive father, who beat only her every night. Then one night, just one night, silenced her forever. And that has a warning. This has some swearing and horror in it. I hope you guys like it. Now, I'm just saying this has swearing, and if you're a kid, don't watch, because this is actually kind of mature of what the stuff they say, and I'm going to be reading every single word. I'm not going to not say the swears, because I'll just completely entirely take away the story. So let's get started. Don't hit me again, Daddy. Help! Someone help me! Fluttershy, the youngest of 4 hoofball playing brothers, cried under the covers of her bedroom. She was shivered not out of coldness, but out of fear. Her wing was wrapped up in bandages from her last beating, which involved her dad, who she thought she could trust, and a flight of stairs. She would have to lie to her friends at school and say she fell. The poor Pegasus filly would have to live like this forever, it seems, lying to her friends about her father. Every night, her father would come home drunk off his plot and beat up Fluttershy. Her brothers were silenced in their rooms, afraid of being beaten. Even when her father wasn't drunk, he would beat the poor baby filly up. Sometimes Fluttershy was protected by her mother. She loved her mother and her brothers more than anything in Equestria. Her father beat them all up, but mostly Fluttershy. No one knew why, though. He just got a relief from hitting others. She sat in her room with the door locked and held her head in her hooves. This isn't your fault, she told herself over and over again. Fluttershy covered herself with her blanket to stop the excessive shivering. This was a normal night for her. She cried herself to sleep once again. The next morning was usually a relief for Fluttershy and her family. Her father went to work at a shop at downtown Cloudsdale with a few other Pegasi. Mornings are peaceful and quiet until the boys wake up. Her older brothers were a colorful bunch. Each of the hoofball team and all were junior speedsters. Her brothers were quadruplets, which were common in the Pegasus race. The oldest brother was Achilles. He was dark green and had black and red hair. He had red eyes that had a demonic look to them. His wings had to be fused with gold because they're nearly broken off. The second oldest was Chocolate Breeze. He was brown and had burgundy hair, whatever the hell he's saying. His eyes were neon green. He spent all of his free time flying around Cloudsdale at impeccable speeds. Sorry, I keep stuttering. He was the fastest of his family. The third oldest was Moonshimmer. It was a lovely purple, and his hair was a vivid blue. He was the studious one who seemed to study about Pegasi. The youngest was Shadow Dreams. He was a dark green-blue Pegasus with jet black hair and purple eyes. Him and Fluttershy have most conversations. He liked to be alone. Well, most of the time. As for their mother, she was the kindest pony ever. She did everything to support her fillies. Every night when they were younger, she would read them stories about fighters and warriors that defended Celestia. Fluttershy looked up to her as her idol. She gave Fluttershy the love she was never given by her father. Of course, her mother couldn't go to school with her. Fluttershy knew this and didn't fight every morning when the school bell rang. She'd trot into school with pride and a big smile on her face. Every day she would raise her hoof as high as she can. She would answer the questions. She had plenty of friends and everyone loved her and her peppy attitude. She seemed to be the perfect filly. Yet the others didn't know about her home life. No one was allowed in the house from the outside at all. The boys in Fluttershy were forbidden to bring any friends home from school. They still went to school because Dad was a firm believer of education. If the fillies got grades lower than an A-, he would whip them and nearly destroy them. Achilles brought home a B+, and Dad tore apart his wings. That's why his wings were fused with a gold medal of some sort. The father set all sorts of curfews and restrictions, but while he was away, the mother would sneak out and get her fillies a present or fly and get food. This was all secretive, though. If this was to become known to Dad, only Celestia knows what he would do. Okay. Fluttershy ran home quickly from school. She had to hurry before Dad got home. She couldn't fly, due to the broken wing. Mother was waiting for her by the window. "Mom!" Fluttershy shouted at the top of her lungs. She bolted through the front door. "Is Dad home yet?" she asked, trying to catch her breath. "He is on his way." Mom sighed heavily. She dreaded the days when Dad was flown home because he was too drunk to focus correctly. "You better hurry upstairs and stay out of trouble, honey. You don't want both of your wings broken." "Anything for you, Mother. I love you." Fluttershy said, clutching her mom tightly before they heard the front door break on the floor like shattered glass. In stumbled the father with a beer bottle and tired eyes. "What the fuck are you still doing down here, you stupid filly?" he screamed at Fluttershy. Fluttershy hushed up. "Speak up!" he hiccuped. His beer splashed on the silky cloud floor. He turned to look at his wife. "You! What's your name?" He slurred, his eyes rolling. "Me? Her name is Camille." I think that's how you say it. "Your wife," Mom said. She was frightened of his next actions. "Bitch, I don't care who or what you are or your name. Clean up." Dad dropped to the floor, clearly passed out. "Leave him here, Fluttershy. Go ahead in Chili's room. When your father awakens, he's going to be very mad at you. Go quickly, baby." Camille said. She had worry in her voice. Fluttershy ran to her older brother's room. Achilles was hanging out with his brothers when he heard a faint knock at the door. Fluttershy walked in, tears streaming down her face and fear in her eyes. Achilles knew what this meant and let his baby sister in. The quads shared a room together. Moonshimmer lifted Fluttershy onto his bed and stroked her back as Chocolate Breeze hovered above her and kissed her gently. Poor Fluttershy, said Chocolate Breeze. All four of her brothers understood her pain. The filly told her brothers about how Dad called those obscenities in a spill. The colts listened in awe at what happened to her. Shadow even teared up a bit. Listen, sis, grab your stuff out of your room and we can find a place for you in here with us, where it is safe. Achilles said with a gentle smile. He wrapped his arms around the small yellow baby filly and gave her another kiss. She flew out of the room to grab only her only possessions, a light pink fluffy blanket with her name sewn onto it, a bunny doll she named Angel, and a pillow that she rests her head on each night after the nightly beating her so-called dad gave her. She had to get Shadow Dreams to help her carry her pillow. The boys made a bed out of some other blankets in the closet. This was temporary, or at least until Dad calmed down. Moonshimmer helped her up onto her new bed and covered her up. She gave her a kiss while Achilles handed her Angel. She fixed herself into a comfortable position right after she let out a satisfying stretch. She felt safe, not to mention loved for the first time. I don't want you leaving this closet, Achilles said. Not even for school. Moonshimmer and Chocolate Breeze will get you food and water in the mornings while Dad is not here. Shadow Dreams will escort you to the bathroom up here whenever you need to, no matter where Dad is. But if he is up here, you hide and not make a peep. Promise? Achilles spoke gently to her. To her, her brothers would be her fathers. Weeks passed, and Fluttershy grew very thin. She kept a stash of food under her pillow in case of a true emergency happened where she couldn't leave for a few days. Achilles, Chocolate Breeze, Moonshimmer, and Shadow Dreams did their best to make sure their baby sister was protected and well taken care of. As of their dad, he kept up the antics of coming home drunk and beating all of them. Shadow's wing got badly injured by him a few nights ago, so he had to miss school until it was completely healed. Him and Fluttershy would have long talks about life and what Shadow saw outside of the stuffy closet Fluttershy was trapped in. She imagined him and her brothers flying above Cloudsdale, wind rushing beneath their wings and through their manes, all the Pegasi working together to help keep Equestria in tip-top shape. He told stories about the fillies back in Ponyville, and he saw only a few times, like a filly down at a fawn that was Fluttershy's age. Fluttershy longed to get fresh air, but it was just out of her grasp. The wind blew and shook the whole house. It was pitch black. It was a pitch black summer midnight. The boys and Fluttershy were settling in for bed and just talking about the day. School ended weeks ago, so the fillies had a lot of free time on their hooves. Achilles reached up and turned off the light while wishing everyone a good night when they all heard a slam. The boys perked their head up and listened while Fluttershy sat in her bed, on the verge of tears. She knew what this meant. Dad was home. And he was mad. "You fucking whore of a mare! Leave me alone! Get out of my house! You get out of my house, bitch! Stay away from Fluttershy and my boys, or I swear to Celestia!" Fluttershy recognized this as her mother. She never in her short life heard her mother scream before. This made her even more scared than before. "That's it!" That was Dad. "Let's go," Fluttershy, stay here, Chocolate demanded. The boys got up and tiptoed quietly out of their room. Out of curiosity, Fluttershy followed. Completely disobeying her brother's commands, she wanted to see what was going on. What they saw was their gentle mother, who spoke only kindness and love to them, who once bandaged their wounds and helped them with anything, who the Phillies loved more than anyone else in Equestria, was lying on the floor with a knife in her head, and both of her rings snapped clean off. She was dead. The Phillies stood motionless. Their mother was gone forever. She was taken from them at an instant. Taken by that devil of a father. Gone. You sick bastard! You soulless bastard! Achilles screamed. Dad looked at him, then started towards him. He stopped dead in his tracks when he saw a yellow blur in the way. Do not hurt my brothers. Do not hurt me or anyone else. You are a sad excuse for a father. You failure. Fluttershy screamed so hard her throat hurt. Do not fucking talk to me like that. Dad reached for the knife and grabbed Fluttershy by the scruff of her neck. She knew this was it for her. She was going to be stabbed and killed right there on the spot. Her brothers would probably be killed for this. She was choking and her whole body trembled. This was the end. Or so she thought. She felt a sudden force push her to the ground. She gasped for air like never before. It took a minute for her to refocus on the situation and stand on her skinny legs. She flapped her wings that have completely healed from the banded breakage a few months ago. The boys were punching and fighting off their own father to save their baby sister. Run! Go! As far as you can! Chili screamed. She knew he was serious. She flew out the door. She flew to her room on the second floor before she began her departure to Ponyville, where she could finally be safe and sound. She grabbed her 3 belongings and wrote a note quickly. Dear Achilles, Chocolate Bees, Moonshiner, and Shadow Dreams, thank you. Thank you for helping me through this terrible life we have. I might have been killed by that worthless demon we called Dad if it weren't for your kindness and support. I owe my life to you. If you need me, I will be in Ponyville. Cloudsdale, as beautiful as it is too dangerous of a city for a filly like me to be living in. If Dad ever found me, I would probably be killed by him. I hope you get this letter. I love you guys so much. You taught me that no matter how rough life can get, you can trust your family to help. Even if there's someone in your family who may end up killing you or your siblings, there is someone who is willing to help you. As you're reading this, I'll probably be on my way to Ponyville. Who knows? Maybe we'll meet again, and I can come back to Cloudsdale and be happy with my older brothers once again. We can be reunited, but for now, I wish you good luck, and once again, I love you guys. Thank you. Fluttershy. Fluttershy cried as she left the note on the desk. She would most definitely miss her brothers. She knew in her heart that she would see them again, even just for just a visit. She grabbed her stuff, held Angel close to her heart, and flew out the window. She was flying on her way to happiness, to peace, to Ponyville. So that's the end of the story, and I guess that's the end. But how about I give it a rating? A rating of 1 to 5, I'd say maybe about 3. I mean, or actually, I'd give that actually a 2 because it looks so good at first, but then once I read it, like once I was watching My Little Pony thing, and somebody said something about it all led up to this story about Fluttershy being beaten in the comment. And I found what the frick he was talking about. I'm like, the first time I saw it and I didn't know about the story, I'm like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? So now I know what that is, what he was talking about, and I knew that, like, And this is a really tragic and sad story. Like, so in the swearing, I know it's supposed to act like he's drunk, but I think he could possibly try to do this without swearing. And I mean, and maybe make it so she's not dead. I mean, come on, the mother dead, and that's kind of. But that's how the story was written. It's just my thoughts on how it would be, and I've been thinking about this. I've wanted to read My Little Dashie to you guys, because I've already read it. Read the whole story. It's really good. If you guys haven't seen it already, definitely go read it. Look it up. It's really good. If you want to go read this yourself or send it to a friend, it will most likely be in the comment section below. And if you want to go check out some other fan fictions, the site is fimfiction.net. And in the browsing section, they have a bunch of different kind of stories like romance, tragedy, sad, dark, comedy, random, crossover, adventure, slice of life, alternate universe, and human. And these just might be a few that I might read. I might read My Little Dashie. Then I might read the My Little Dashie sequel to it. And I might... what was it? And when this is done, definitely when this is done, I think I might read the Equestrian Hunger Games, apparently. Apparently, Hunger Games, just a question, I guess. And after that, there's one more I wanted to read. There's one more. I gotta look for it. Oh, this one, it's not done yet, but I'd rather, it's like, has a bunch of chapters, I guess, but I'd rather read it when it's complete. It's called Rocket to Insanity, Dawn of the Dying Pegasus. Now, this one may sound like, whoa, what the frick? So I guess I'll just read the, thing to you. With the whole of Equestria plunged into darkness, the once peaceful world is now tearing itself apart with fear. Twilight, Fluttershy, Rarity, and Spike are now the only hope the world has. They just leave their home to save Rainbow Dash. Despite losing their friends because of her, they are demanded to prove she can be saved from her madness, which is slowly consuming her. But will there be anything to save? Now, if you guys have read that and you think I should read it, definitely suggest if I should read it. The chapters don't seem too big, but I'll still read it. Apparently, pretty insane. It looks, judging by the cover of it, it looks like a really good story, but, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. But it's not really a book, but the cover picture looks really cool. Makes it look really intense. Like a really intense book or story, I guess. And along with that, I'm making my own story if you guys want to see what I'm, like, if you're wondering what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to be planning on making a story also to go on that website. I have two right now. I'm not going to state the names of either of them. That we'll find out later. And if you want to know the names, actually, if you want to know the names, you're going to have to go on my DeviantArt, which will be in the description, because I do have a DeviantArt. It's Minecraft01. Obviously, what isn't Minecraft01? And follow me on Twitter if you want to, Minecraft01. Facebook, Minecraft01. If you want to add me on Steam, I'm it's bracket JCRP brackets Rainbow Dash. If you want to add me, do that. And I got a bunch of stories I can read to you guys, and all the stories I'm going to be reading are going to go for sad stories. We're going to go sad stories. So, and I'm going to try to improve on, like, I know I really sucked right now when I was reading it. I'm going to see if I can start to read better. Like, so I don't stutter as much, because I know I was stuttering a lot. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that story. I mean, that was pretty horrifying, but hey, shit happens, and if you didn't like this excessive amount of swearing, I hope you didn't have any children near you, and especially the way they were talking. I mean, let's go back to that for a second. I'm just gonna go back to that. I mean, some of the shit they said, I mean, at one part, it's like, you fucking whore of a mayor. I mean, damn. Just reciting that part just makes you like, ugh, I don't want to say it. Well, I'm not the kind of person who likes to excessively swear. If I'm really pissed, then I'd excessively swear. But, like, taking it to, like, my little pony standard of, like, I'd like it if it didn't swear and it didn't have the gore in it. Like, beating it, just stating the fact that Fluttershy is getting beaten in it is just makes it 10 times worse. Or not 10 times worse, but that's just, like, enough. You don't need to add, like, their mother dying. Like, maybe their mother, like, knocked out or something. I mean, a knife in her head and her wings torn off. Damn. Don't you think that... Ooh. 1 second. Sorry, I just saw this, I just saw a story. Actually doesn't... I'm gonna try to go for the, like, if it's like a chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm obviously gonna do those one by one. Just so it's better. Because it'll be easier and, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed me reading, and I guess I'll go now. So remember, check out my DeviantArt. It'll be in the description, along with FIM Fiction, along with the story and the story and the website in general is www.fimfiction.com. So check that out. They have the whole community makes. I haven't read too much of their stories, but I've only read 2 in the whole site. To be honest, it was just my little Dashy sequel and this, I guess. Apparently somebody made a September fiction from The Living Tombstone. I've heard that song. It's pretty good. But anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys off with a bro hoof. And to all you bronies out there, hope you keep watching my videos and listening to all my storytelling. Now I gotta figure out what to call this. Oh, see you guys later. Man, Kazoo on here, and I'm out.